of like observations that I can make or the kind of things that I can be paying attention to. Are there specific kids that you want me to watch for, or specific behaviors that you're interested in that you want me to note if I see them or don't see them, or just generally like as I'm sitting in class, like what's the smartest thing from your perspective for me to be paying attention to help you answer this question?
Because I don't mind as much, like I think like in proofreading there has to be like a lot of talking going on. That doesn't bother me.
Okay.
But I just worry about like then the talking getting off task or onto things not related to their papers.
Uh-huh.
And then the other thing is that, like, is every kid getting helped? Or is the kid who won't ask for help, you know, just kind of like getting it done, but no one's really checking it?
Okay.
You know, like I really mentally try to do making sure I've hit everyone, like, in a class period.
Yeah.
But, like, you know, then one of my kids comes and they have a paper that's, you know, nothing structured right and they're missing 5 things. This kid on my caseload, I have, you know, like, my job is to make sure that they get that together.
Yep.
And so that can take a half an hour. That can take 10 minutes, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And so then what happens if there's not enough time, you know, to get to every kid? So
Okay.
thinking about that too.
So as I'm hearing you say that, I'm thinking it's not that kids need to be silent or not talking, but you're concerned about their talk being on-task talk. So we need to be listening and kind of trying to like quantify what's the ratio. I mean, there's not like
there's never going to be 100% on task.
Yep, but we want it to be as close to that number as possible. So then, so I can like spy in a way. I can walk around and just kind of note for you. I can even time for you. Like I listen to just different groups and just say, I listened to them for 5 minutes. I can do 5-minute chunks and give you a breakdown. It was 3 minutes on task, 2 minutes off. It's 5 minutes on task, no off. And I can give you like, I can spy for you that way. That might be one way to get some data about that question that you have. The other thing I can try to track for you, this is sort of 2 things, but maybe it helps you. You were saying, is every kid getting help? So I can make a little tally of which kids I see getting help. And we can, at the end, just look at where the tallies mark, like where they fell. Yeah. If between you and Hat, if there's any kid that got missed, at least during the time that I'm in there. Now, I might not be in there the whole lesson. Let me see how long I have marked off on my calendar.
Okay. Would it be helpful if I printed a seating chart?
Yeah, it'd be sweet. And I know those kids, so...
Yeah, it's a small class. There's 17 kids.
I blocked off that whole lesson, so pretty much for that work time, they're going to start working right after the do now, right? So I can come pretty close to the beginning of the class and just stay. I can just stay and count, you know what I mean? And just count on-task, off-task minutes for you.
Yeah. Like
literally with my watch. And count kids that did or didn't get helped.
Okay.
You know, I don't know if this might be too much. If I can, I'll see if I can set it up this way that I can be on it enough. It'd be sweet if I could, because there's no way you'll be able to pay attention to this because you'll be helping so much. But if I can kind of, it might be hard, but like time you as well. So we're getting your minutes with each kid. So at the end you'll be able to look at that data and be like, dang, 11 minutes with so-and-so, but only 2 minutes with so-and-so, and 20 minutes with so-and-so. And that might, you know, because I wonder if time starts to blur for you when you just start helping a kid and you look up and you're like, oh my god.
That's how I feel like it is sometimes, because their papers are so long that it's like if they made a mistake, like it's their topic sentence, they made that mistake most likely 6 times. And with my kids, I found it's easiest to like, okay, let's fix that topic sentence together. Okay, now I want you to sit and fix each topic sentence right now while it's clear in your brain. This is how my topic sentence needs to be structured.
Okay, so I get it right. The question we're trying to answer is how do we maximize this sort of like wide open time? I'm going to look at what you're currently doing, and I'm going to look at I'm going to time on and off task, talking from kids, just to kind of quantify the problem a little bit, because maybe we'll find out it's not even really a big deal. Maybe it's like, oh my god, they were all on task the whole time. Yeah. And I'm also going to try to kind of track your movements with your time with each kid. And that's sort of a twofer, because it'll tell us how much with each kid and it'll tell us which kids you went to. So I'll just kind of like, as I'm scripting my notes, as you move from one kid to another kid, I'll just jot that. And then we'll be able to look back at 2 things when we have our post and say, where was your time spent? Where was the kid's time spent? And then from that we'll be able to start dreaming up solutions. Maybe we'll find there's no problem and it's perfect. More likely we'll find that